in all that you do. What you said today was a disgrace to people knew. I've been here long. That did not come to the attention, to our attention. I was open up. Was any grandchildren person in the matter that you know of the interest? Okay, I'm just hearing it. I come to your office, you come to my office, you didn't tell me, but you prefer to bring us to the public to say we are killer and we kill somebody. This is not good.
Because Waka always used to travel when he comes to me with a big delegation. The man ain't got money, he won't travel like he stay VP. That poor man got to be going around begging people to hustle for money, to buy him plane ticket. And so now I will call my boy Monrovia AJ, my man, what your Delta best rates now? He got to fly business class. I'm looking for money all over the place for that old man. The last trip, they were full. Joe Boakai, Charles Sneddon, Jacob Kabakoli, and Maury Neiman. The four of them, the tickets cost 15 grand. A friend of mine in Minnesota, I squeezed 9K out of him.
Wow.
9K. Who bought the tickets on his credit card, and we raised it. And that trip cost us $30,000, excluding the medical. I had to swipe my debit card to the hospitals we took him. I took Joseph Boakai to hospital to see doctor. Joseph Boakai, the doctor said Joseph Boakai sick. Joseph Boakai, all know we concern about it. We booked tickets. I still have the tickets. I can forward the tickets to you guys via email right now. The ticket is still open. March 23rd, Boakai was supposed to leave Accra to JFK and then to Minneapolis, and I will pick him up and drive him to Rochester in Minnesota, where the Mayo Clinic is. I booked the Airbnb there, costing me $3,370 from March 23rd to April 7th for 2 weeks after his surgery. Boakai later looked at me and said the reason he was not going to get the surgery done. I just want to start by this to tell you how dangerous Joe Boakai and the people around him are. This man, I carry you to doctor. The first doctor say, you sick, you must do surgery. Okay. We'll go to the second doctor. Second doctor say, you sick, you must do surgery. Your lower descending artery, it has weakened to the extent where they need to graft your thigh and extract an artery from there, remove the...
I'm coming now. Reverend TikTok. Reverend, you divorce your wife 2 times, you divorce a 2 wife woman.
You say you a lie? I only been married twice. I was divorced twice. You know jack about me. You don't want to say you will divorce your wife and she vote for CDC. Don't play with me. You don't know jack about me. You don't know me.
Okay, folks. I'm here again. We are here again. We cannot get tired. Do the best you can until you know better. But then when you do better, and when you know better, you do better too as well. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former servant. Stay away, but do it anyway. What is important is the action. You don't have to wait to be convenient. Just do, and eventually the convenience will follow. Once you can choose to go back towards safety or forward toward growth, growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. When we are growing up, there are all sorts of people telling us what to do when really what we need is space to work out who to be. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Permit yourself to change your mind when something is no longer working for you. Be not afraid of growing slowly. Be not afraid of whom is standing still. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. What a way to say good morning and a pleasant welcome to the program, The Blaze on Blaze 90.7. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of February 2025. This is the May Week's edition. My name is Alexander Zesko, and Yeneke Debris is different. In Liberia, anything is possible. And so, just before we go straight into our discussion, we have so many things on the plate this morning. We'll be highlighting it. We're highlighting all of those on the program this morning. So many things happened yesterday. We're going to be highlighting them this morning on the show. But just before that, let me just inform you that the Blaze Cash giveaway is on, and today is the jackpot. So every Wednesday is the jackpot. It's 20,000 Liberian dollars. So all you have to do this morning is to dial star 799 star 60 hash, star 799 star 60 hash. You stand a chance of winning 20,000 Liberian dollars this morning. All you have to do is to have 200 LD or $1.50 US on your mobile money account, especially Lone Star. Just Lone Star, as a Lone Star subscriber, all you have to do is to have 200 LD or $1.50 on your mobile money account. You dial the code star 799 star 60 hash, and you stand a chance of winning 20,000 Liberian dollars this morning. The more your transactions, the better the chances for you, and you'll also be entering the draw for the house. A 2-bedroom house going to be given on Saturday, the 15th of this month, and a deserving winner is going to be walking away with that house. Everything you think about is in that house. So, who's going to take it on on Saturday? It is the biggest question. But again, it is not easy. It is not difficult to do as well. All you have to do is to do multiple transactions. You stand a chance of entering the draw and also winning 20,000 Liberian dollars this morning on this show. So all you have to do this morning, star 799 star 60 hash, 200 LD for a mobile money account, $1.50 US, whatever the currency you want to use that you have money on, just do that. And who knows, it could be the next winner of 20,000 Liberian dollars this morning. So that's it. While the program is ongoing, continue to do your transactions this morning. So this morning we have some things to discuss. We will actually have to so many things when day breaks, and that's what I always say, day breaks different. We go to bed, we wake up, and then we hear another thing. After today, before tomorrow, you will not even know what you're going to get again. So day breaks different. And when you wake up, you see yourself good. You see yourself alive. Tell God, thank you. You may be tempted the whole of the day, frustrated, that you never expected. So, say Liberia gains in an anti-corruption index for first time in 7 years. Yeah, so Saint-Ta Executive Director Anderson Miame stated that on yesterday that the country moved up to 2 points on the CPI scale, rising from a score of 25 in 2023 to 27 in 2024. So what that means is that The 2024 Transparency International Corruption Perception Index is revealing that Liberia has made a slight but notable improvement in its anti-corruption efforts for the first time in 7 years. We're at 25 and then we move up to 27. Yeah, so it's a good thing, and we'll continue to strive on that to make sure that we get more than that. So we were the ranking, the Liberia's global ranking improved from 145 out of 180 countries in 2023. Now we are to 141 out of 180 in 2024. So we are moving gradually. So that is that. We say you cannot relax on that. Sometimes you will grow at this, and after a certain time, when you notice that things are going well, you'll be dropping, and we don't want to drop again. We just want to continue where we are now. So we also have here one Momo Davis. He was, in fact, what it says here is that he was a suspected thief, or he's a suspected thief, and he was brutally beaten after his arrests in Congo Town. And when you see the belly of Momo, it is scary. Yes, it is actually scary. So say Ganta Masrua Court among Nimba County courts accused of collecting excessive bound illegal fees. I think the Chief Justice spoke on this before, and all of these people are in this, they have to stop. So far, so good. And what we want to really look at this morning is exactly what happened while the armed forces day celebration was ongoing at the BDC barrack. Another scene was occurring at the Capitol building. So this issue of the House of Representatives, it is something that is continuing. It doesn't seem to end soon. So we saw Representative James Cole leading a team to the Capitol building to bust the office of the Speaker. And that office was being occupied by the embattled Speaker Funati Kofa. Since several communications have been sent to Funati to vacate this particular office, and he has refused, the leadership of the House of Representatives, under the gavel of Speaker Richard Kung, gave an instruction that if this time around Funati Kofa does not leave the office, he should be put out forcefully. And that should be done in the presence of the media, the civil society organizations, the security as well. And that exactly happened on yesterday. And right after that, we saw the communication from the Rule of Law Caucus condemning the act and all of that. So this issue at the House of Representatives, it was just recent time Associate Justice Yami Kwekwegbesi had to come to justify why they did not attend SONA, the president's SONA. So he defended the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court's decision not to attend the president's SONA. He said the action was necessary to avoid further political complications. And he made it clear that when the team from the majority bloc appeared, they were told that their actions were ultra-virus. which means beyond control or beyond power. So it was unnecessary. He said the situation in the House of Representatives is in crisis, and our presence at the address could have been seen as an endorsement of one of the speakers. That's the explanation. He continues, it could create additional conflict in the country, and the best course of action was for us not to attend. We told the House to resolve their problem, and our decision was to ensure that the court's integrity remains intact. Lawyers need to return to the core values of integrity and service rather than chasing money. The citizens continue to suffer while the funds are misused. Okay, so those are the statements, the few words put out by Yami Kwekwegbesi, the Associate Justice. You know, for me, I've been saying this. The Supreme Court is to be blamed for prolonging the impasse at the House of Representatives. We've always been referencing the past. We said during the time of Chief Justice Johnny Lewis, he was bold enough to look in the faces of those who were on the side of removing the then Speaker Edwin Snow. That everything you guys are doing, he did not say ultra virus. No. You are straightforward. Say you cancel everything, you go back, they'll settle your matter. And everything that was done was dissolved. And they went back, they started the process, though they maintained their numbers. But this one, under the leadership of Senator, she was not straightforward. She left everyone interpreting their own ruling. So the side of Kofa also asked them to interpret their own ruling after the Justice Minister interpreted on behalf of the government. So, everyone, like Dana, everyone just saying somebody, you see that the Kofa side was jubilating while the majority bloc side are jubilating. So everybody was just interpreting their own understanding with regards to the ruling from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court bench boycotted the SONA, and one of the associate justices just said it, making clarity, justifying why. And in fact, prior to the SONA, some of the lawmakers that are with Funati Kofa, especially Marvin Cole, he said, if I just see the presence of the Supreme Court associate justices and the Chief Justice, I'll have no any alternative but to join my colleagues in the majority bloc. So these statements were made, and the associate justices, in fact, the entire Supreme Court did not attend. So the justification is that if they had attended the SONA, they would have also guaranteed that indeed Richard Cohen is the speaker, as he is. They're going to also be recognizing the leadership of Richard Cohen. So in order to avoid that, they had to stay. But yeah, guess what? Time for budget defense, presided over by Richard Kuhn as the Speaker and his deputy Thomas Fowler. Other entities were invited to defend, including the Supreme Court. Representative was sent to defend the budget for the Supreme Court. They can appear to defend budgets under the gavel of Richard Kuhn as a speaker, but they cannot come in the public to sit under the gavel of Richard Kuhn as a speaker. We are fooling now. You can do it in darkness. Yes, by law, you need to get salaries. But do not be confusing yourself. You say confusing Liberians. Do not make yourself look like you are a straightforward person. No. Because your fear is if you appear, others, including even the world, will look at you differently. But you go undercover to meet those people that you don't want to sit under in the daytime. And because those in the majority blood know that you can go there, so they don't have time for you. Whatever you say, they move on. The embattled speaker Fanatic Kofa went to the Supreme Court. After the court, they went back to the lower court. When they went back to the lower court said, we don't have jurisdiction over this. So he's still taking appeal to the Supreme Court. These people that are doing business with the current leadership undercover, but they don't want to be in the spotlight. Now, the same Richard Kuhn was able to preside over the budget. He was able to make sure that the budget is passed at the lower house and is concurred with by the Senate, signed by the president, and distribution of salaries, including the lawmakers, even the Fanatic Kofa himself. Now, right after the action yesterday, Musa Bedete, who is the chairperson for the Rule of Law Caucus, took to his Facebook page condemning Representative James Kole's action after he led a group in storming the Capitol building. That's by busting the door of the Speaker's office. So he said this behavior is dangerous and undermines the rule of law. It creates a potential crisis that could spiral out of control and intimate as lawlessness. He said there is no precedent in Liberia's democratic history for such an atrocious act, and it must not be tolerated. And he said the rule of law must prevail. So right after that, Kula said, Musa Bedete is heading the Rule of Law Caucus. He has been absent from session for several days now, since they moved to the University Hall. Musa Bedete has not been going for session, according to Kule. And in the coming days, is going to be suspended with a salary. See, Musa is always standing on the side of the rule of law caucus members, but he always requesting for his salary and benefits, and he's receiving those benefits, and the benefits coming from the leadership of Richard Kuhn. So if Musa knows that what we're doing is illegal, he's not supposed to be receiving salaries, because salaries coming from an illegal team is also illegal. So he has been warned that if he doesn't attend section, his salary is going to be withheld, including the benefits. And even the same one has been sent to Funati Kufa as well. And Funati has said it, that he's not going to sit under the gavel of Richard Kuhn as a speaker until the writing is done. But then his salaries hit his account every month, including his benefits as a lawmaker, though the salaries and benefits coming from the illegal team. If we said this before, and people say, "Oh yes, he may working. He was elected for that's why he needs to get his salary." So what is the difference now? It's just the name or the position or the power. So Richard Kuhn is now doing business, and the executive has now recognized him. Like yesterday, they were sitting as per the protocol. So the speaker was sitting right next to the first lady of Sierra Leone, and the chief justice was sitting right next to the speaker, that's Richard Kuhn. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf next to the chief justice, and next to the former president was the deputy speaker. They were just sitting in queue at that. That one was just, it's not something that is under the gavel of Richard Kuhn, so they can sit down together and as per the protocol. So the president is now doing business with Richard Kuhn. Yamin Kwekbese has now justified why they did not attend the president's sooner, because they don't want for them to be seen as people recognizing the leadership of Richard Kuhn before it sparks another conflicts. But so they are saying in all that we don't have to go there. And we can get our salaries. It'll be that, yes, we can get our salaries. We can get our benefits, yes. We have nothing to do with the people activities at the house. If possible, they have had discussion with the president that we want to maintain the integrity of the court. So please excuse us. We will not be present. It can be something to have agreed on. And some of these things happen. It could be something that they have agreed on. That, oh, Mr. President, we are sorry to say we should have been there, but because of the integrity of the court, if we just go there, it will not be anything. But we'll work in the background to make sure that you succeed. The president said, okay, no problem. But you will still be addressed. He said, but we don't have a problem. He said, yeah, you can stay. It's simple as that, because they are a separate branch of government. He said, but we are working on our ground. We don't want to show it ourselves in the public. But we don't want to be seen like we're supporting Richard Kuhn. When it happening that way, it will not be good for us. He said, yeah, I understand. You can stay. And in fact, you can get it, you go. Anywhere you want to go. These are people that are more of like in clique operating. And if you don't know, you'll always be running to them with your case, and they'll just be confusing you like what they're doing to Funati. Several times Funati has gone to Supreme Court. They went to the Supreme Court, they called the Supreme Court to disqualify these people. That was the main purpose of Funati running to Supreme Court when the whole thing started. What did the Supreme Court do? Left everyone in limbo, even including the Funati men. Going back to interpret, it was just recent time. Yamin Bese, in his justification, he says something small about what is happening at the house. He said, we told the people when they appear, we told them to go settle their own dispute. These people that are working together. You went to Supreme Court, you left Supreme Court, you went to the lower court. Lower court said, if the Supreme Court cannot explain better to you, and the lower court is the daughter court to the mother, what do you expect that particular court to say to you? So you'll just be going back and forth. You'll be running, more of like you're running to your enemies, and you will not get good advice. And that's exactly what has been happening to Kofa. Kofa has tried his best to make sure that the law is protected. The integrity of the house is also protected. But again, the laws are, they can make their own laws sometimes. Their own laws will wrap around their own neck. So Kofa will just continue to go to court. And now when the decision now is coming, if you don't go for section, that's another problem coming there. If you don't go for session, they will hold your salaries, your benefits, and you'll be suspended. It's not possible like what Musa did before, that they are on a slipping slope. Because if you don't go, the people now they have the power. They have the quorum. So if you don't go for a section for several days, it's possible to declare your position vacant. And by the time it goes out there, definitely it's going to be accepted and election is going to be held. And that's what Musa is trying to avoid. You said it. We just have to go to be with those people and put our plight on the floor. And in fact, they've been having discussion in the house that those that were suspended, the suspensions will be uplifted so that these people can be reinstated. I think that is still still with the leadership of the house. People that were suspended, they were suspended without benefits and they have nothing to say. The 7 lawmakers, they're not getting salaries, their benefits are coming. So these people, they are representatives. They are all representatives. So once you are representatives, you have to look for leadership and you have to respect that leadership. And they establish their own rules. Just as when you have organization, you have bylaws and constitution that governs that particular institution. So they had their own rules and they all agreed before. that if you go against this rule, so and so actions should be taken. Exactly, it's what happening to them. So we are done with the budget. And since the budget was signed by the president, these people are being asked to publish the budget on the website of the Ministry of Finance. The first time they posted it, they deleted it. So I don't know whether they have posted it, but maybe just this morning. So what is delaying this budget? Is it that they have inflated certain thing, and when it comes in the public, they will say, oh, the reason they were fighting for 94? But it's possible the speaker's budget be increased. You don't even know whether it has increased, and it's the reason the budget is delaying to be published. And when that happens, citizens will say this is the real reason that they were fighting for 90, because they wanted for themselves to increase that budget. So there are some things that we need to just get rid of. These people should not be allocating their own salaries in a budget. We should determine, when I say we, as citizens of this country, because we are the ones electing those people. We shouldn't be allowing themselves to put their own budget, their own salaries. We should tell them, hey, this is what each lawmaker is supposed to get. Especially now where Donald Trump is taking decisive action, cutting off USAID aid. So if now what is happening now, we have to just focus on our own resources to make sure that we generate funds. In doing so, we have to cut down some of the salaries of lawmakers, including the presidents and that of the vice presidents. They have benefits. A vice president alone had $3 million to your office. To do what? And then the president had $2 million. They have their salaries, but that one is just the office use. What you can do with $3 million. So these things should be cut down, just as the ministers, the directors' benefits and salaries are being reduced. So if you can start with that, you can also continue with it with you. Cut down your salaries and benefits. But again, we need to demand the Ministry of Finance to publish this budget, the approved budget. You have to do it, because that shows transparency if you do so. Let's see what's the budget now, because the people themselves, they discuss their budget and they pass it. We want to see what is the budget for the speaker. The budget allocated to the speaker's office, the deputy speaker's office, the Senate Pro Tem's office. We want to see everything. So everything is just about money. Money. You're taking someone from there, and Liberia is the sweetest country I've seen. In fact, when those people calling the name of money that each person is carrying, it shocks you. Why citizens suffering? Every time citizens will be crying to even go to have their children in school, say in fact, it's difficult. Citizens go to bed with hunger. And even these lawmakers now cannot even extend hands to their own people. In time for election, they'll still come back to us. Now, what is happening in Nimba? By election, they are now going to to start eating with the commoners because they want something from them. They are going to bring themselves down to the lowest. In fact, some of them will not even rather own car or be on motorbike. But get in power now. You never see that car which is all, even coming down, the glass coming down. No. When you call them again, they'll say, I'm busy, I ain't meeting. But right now, in Nimba, if you call them, even your birthday party, they'll appear there. They are selfish. Lawmakers, representatives, senators, the people are very selfish. They are greedy. They wouldn't want it from you to sit down. Then they will turn you now against the government. The same way the government was elected, the same way they were elected. And one thing they forgot to know. But when you elect them, they will turn your face now to the government. Say, our government's going to do that one for you, not me. I'm not responsible to build roads. I'm not responsible to feed you, to bring clinics in the district. The government's supposed to do it. How can you were elected? For why you were elected? So the impasse continues and is taking different strength because Musa Bedete has been one to go to section. I believe tomorrow, let's see what happens. And the rule of the rules of the administration chairman, Representative James Kohler, said if Musa does not go for section, he's going to be suspended. And his salaries and benefits are not going to be given. Musa has already voluntarily cut down his salaries and benefits to 50% to be diverted to the Saklepe Comprehensive Health Center. Because I understand, like I've said, all of the budget was 120,000, but then again, it came down to 75,000. So Musa is saying that his 50% salaries and benefits going towards that hospital to have some pickups and all the logistics for the hospital. So if he doesn't go for a section now, that particular hospital will not get that money. So there are several things going on, but we'll just say like this when we come. That's why all the radio stations have shows. Government paying them, especially private stations. But what is happening? See, the listeners also want us to give the information. We'll keep saying it. We'll keep talking. You cannot get tired from talking, or you cannot get tired of talking. We'll keep talking. We'll keep bringing people to talk some until the right thing is done. Now, someone from Enfield has been suspended again. So the investigation from the LSCC continues. We have not got any report yet. And we said it should not just be something that we'll say from the mouth and we cannot implement. We cannot follow it to the letter. So you can call us on 0777 907 907 0777 907 to be part of the discussion this morning. Call us on 0777 907 907 087 111 107 087 111 107. You can also send in your text message. Our messages this morning, I'm going to read them out for you on the show this morning. So let's go to the phone line and speak with our very first caller this morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. You're live.
My name is P.K. Swa. I call from District Number 6, Montreal County.
Go ahead.
I want to say just this concerning the lawmakers, or few of them. Most of them don't know what they are doing. Now, look at the case with Musa Bedete. Where in the world will you say you're helping a hospital. They say that he's helping a hospital and the government should be helping a hospital. So if he claims to know what he's doing, he should be drafting or he should be doing a draft law or a bill or something like that, so that he will lobby with his friends, so that it can be a national endeavor. Now somebody saying I come my salary and benefit by 50%. It's not making any sense. Similarly, the president and the previous president did the same thing. I reduce my salary by 25%, I reduce my salary by 40%. It should be drafted, documented, and acted into law. So I mean, they don't know what they are doing because they lack the education. It's really the end that push you show them for.
Okay, so
That's just the contribution I want to make.
okay, what do you make of the action yesterday too at the Capitol building?
The action yesterday at Capitol building is just very simple. I mean, Representative Funadi Kofa, he doesn't know what he's doing also.
Okay.
The people ask, I mean, your own way of doing things at Capitol building is far more different from the way other people see it. The guys or the people at the Supreme Court in Republic of Liberia say the actions of both groups was ultra virus. I mean, none of you are right or wrong. So go back and do it the right way. So after your rules order, the majority that voted you there some time ago also voted another person. So it's just simple. Leave the office and he started to do a very good thing. Just leave the office, sit over the gavel with the other person that have been elected by the majority bloc, and push forward to see what you can do to this order done. So that Brempo can see what is happening. Then they will see the logic you are pushing.
Okay.
Okay? You should not be taking your private property to government office. That's not your home. That's some of the mistakes that people are making here.
Thank you. Let me do this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Arizona.
Yes, you're live.
Well, my name is Prince Famole, and I'm fooling this morning from Kingsville, Juba.
Go ahead.
Arizona, I want to ask you a question. Did you ever saw the former Chief Justice, Johnny Lewis?
If I saw him,
Yeah.
I saw him before.
All right. That man was a very selfish person. The moment Madam Sally appointed him, or nominated him rather, when he got confirmed, he knew within himself that he was Somali that was untouchable. So Madam Sally didn't have any control over him. That was the reason why you saw in the slow case, he ran a decision and was just clear.
Straightforward.
Yes, it was just clear. But this lady, I can assure you that this lady will not leave any good legacy behind. You see what happened yesterday. You announced a national holiday. Like you have dignitary sitting.
Yeah, strangers.
Everybody watching the occasion. Yeah. Then you bring the kind of distraction to them. You go to Boston Valley office where on a national holiday, were they in session? They were not in session. Everybody to their houses, attend the program. They go to the Boston Valley office. I think it was just a cancelism. It was something that was very embarrassing for Liberian people. If the government don't have anything to offer, I think they need to keep the country quiet. Thanks for the time this morning.
Okay, Prince. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Emmanuel. You know, we can talk about Christian. These guys, they carry on rebel. Rebel don't do anything there. When they're ready, they just kill. They're ready to go in people's house and just take them to enforce people's house. And what is it? They cannot do nothing for us in this. All of our money, and right in the place. I want to make you feel like they're not they're not thinking on these things. If you're only thinking about themselves, not us. We will talk, no solution. So, my man, just tell me what you're talking about. So that you need to go back to the court and sue these guys.
Okay.
Even if they have millions in that place, they will pay for it. They are just waiting to see whether he will let it go. What is it? My man, it's bad. It's not good.
Okay.
You don't do those kind of things. More especially on the day yesterday, where everybody's talking about okay, then you carry on rebel behavior. And then they got in, they want to put it on there. No problem. Let us go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me take this one from the line. Good morning.
Morning, Alex.
Yes, live. Go ahead.
Good morning to the management. I joined this morning from District 1. Hello.
Go ahead, you live. Derek.
Okay. These are reasons sometimes we use adjective words and then you guys in the media will have problem with us. The behavior of these guys is no different from what you call a rebel-like faction. This could you are in a law school. I think you should be somebody to advise people when it comes to legal. For example, Alex, if I'm waiting for you, even my notice expire, you have right to go and bust my door, or you will go to the court. Hello?
You're live, Derek.
Hello?
Go ahead, you're live.
Hello?
Oh God. Derek, go ahead, you're live.
Okay. You see, so this is just lawless. The lawmakers are doing. In fact, we shouldn't call them lawmakers no more. They are lawbreakers. Why can't you go to the court? The gate should give you what we call the evasion what foreign nationals are here to join us celebrate the Armed Forces Day. James Coley, you let a group of people to go and burgle around this. James Coley should be charged for burglary,
Okay.
Alex.
Okay.
This is troubling.
Thank you.
Why you guys are behaving today? Okay, let us agree. Kofa has refused to take the key over, or probably he didn't like the door. But this is not the way forward.
Okay.
You should have gone to the court. The court is going to give you the evasion power. But in the absence of that, listen to him talking about he consulted the justice minister is the court. Why they say that justice just bring a disgrace to this country? Especially, I mean, the Liberal House. They have become an embarrassment to this.
Okay.
Go to the court. Let the court give you that evasion power.
Thank you.
But you can't go and burgle around the speaker office in the name of he has refused. So that's rebel attitude.
Thank you, Derek.
You think the common men are they will respect.
Thank you. Thank you.
They will take the law into their hands.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yes, you live. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I call from District 6. And this is a voice of Lawson. Augustus Sagacious Wisdom. You know, firstly, let me try to condemn the act from one county District 2 lawmaker, James Kudet. That act was very unscrupulous, unprecedented, inamorous, inappropriate. You know, why James Kudet should have been based in a county running some incestuous affairs for his people when he's there, burglarizing somebody in the office. You know, James Kudet is the first lawmaker on the ICA right now to burglarize somebody's office right now. You know, my brother, one thing I would like to tell you is that office has nothing to do with speakership. What James Kudet should have been thinking about is the awaiting protest for Rachel Kuhn. That's why he should be anticipating. But not to go to Fonadi Kofa office and go and burglarize. And who gave the authority? And the sheriff are saying that it doesn't give the authority. They say they gave you the ultimate time of 5 days for him to clear your office. Is that what you say? I think those people, they are not in our interest. And James Coley shouldn't bring disrespect to Honorable Kofa. If not, we ourselves will bring disrespect to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawson. To this caller, good morning. Okay, so let's take this one. The call us on 0777907 coming shortly. Okay, let me take this one first. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live.
This is Daniel Walipi calling from 540 Congo Town.
You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see, my brother, this country is in a serious problem. We are putting ourselves into a serious problem. Can you imagine people who we took them as lawmakers, who makes law for the country? The people can't able to control their own law. They're breaking down their own laws. And the executive is there to take sides with them. This is what I'm making them to break our constitution. You see, any country that just breaks laws, we are scared, we are taking care of the law. That country is bound to go nowhere. This is what happened to our country. There's something we're suffering under Omer Baka government. I'm not lying to you. This Omer will lead this country into zero.
Okay.
Nothing will come out of him because the way he's behaving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, live.
Thank you. I'll speak to you for district number 6, Mani Lumini Dukasagi Chio. Hello.
Yes, live. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you for the fact that you need to be on a discourse this morning. And I listen to you. Look, what it should be expecting from honorability, you should be saying, look, all the lawmakers, we should get together and revisit our constitution. The constitution are meaning that I say people should buy for the 5,000, the government should buy for the 5,000 cows. The constitution say, look, the deputy speaker and the speaker's taking so lot of money. Let us cut it down. The constitution say the percentage is 2 million. How many dollars do we need? You get all of your horses. You're not renting. How many dollars you need to survive? What? Then you looking at your country. It's going down the thing with backing. When you take it, no, you deal with me, you deal with my brother, me says to you, going help. You deal with me, no other country should straight hand to all until we can come to ourselves. Because you can't say you're suffering. Then you go bear somebody, they shoot at you weighing, then you go bear somebody. Look, if the president can say, look, that person Blacker that voted for, I wrote me for September 17, my phone sport. If it happened with President Blacker would say, oh look, I'll be taking half a million at the age right now, $500,000. However, in government. For 2 years, our agriculture minister, look, I was just take $500,000, the balance was your develop my country. No, you know what I mean? All the lawmakers, you cut down all the salary. Your law revisit our constitution. No, I'm not buying for the 1,000 come on. No lawmaker is working by your own car.
Thank you.
Or that coming, or the president say, I'll buy new buses for all the ministers to go to where we are. It would be better. Yeah, but the thing I hear my head, man.
Sorry. Thank you. Good morning. Yes, live. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. My name is Ali Matikobai, Nepiki family, and calling from around the car. You know, my brother, Senator Abraham Dara Dillon, been proposing an ancient 2023 or 2022 or 2021 that from the president coming down, everybody they should put it in law like everybody should make 5,000. But you know, some of our brother that one they not running with it. But the one they want to run with because in Senator Dillon, that one nobody want to run with that one. They want to run with. Other people are saying they're reducing that money and we just see it. So the country will get there. But the main issue is the capital building. You see, my brother, we have to establish something here. The capital building, it is not one person property. In every office in our capital building, it is not for the lawmaker like that. They are only there for certain time because we elect them for 6 years. And when we elect you for 6 years, we got to give you office for 6 years. But when we tell you from there, that office is not for you again. It's for the next lawmaker that will come. And at the same way the speaker office is. If you are speaker, they give you office. When they remove you as speaker, the office is not for you again. Because when they remove you as speaker, they even remove you from the office too. So why is it you'll be holding on to the office if you're not speaker and you're not doing the librarian people work? So I can understand people cover and then people wrote in 5 different times. And the last time you wrote the people into the project, you will not respond to the people again. The way the people remove you as speaker, they must remove, take the office, get out. So what's the issue? So the only thing we can say here for me, I want to commend the court because some of them that they say, oh, the Supreme Court rule in favor of Speaker Kofa. We too will come out and say, oh, the Supreme Court rule in favor and the majority black. Thank God to George Beze Kimbo, he said they did not rule in favor of anybody. They did not rule in favor of majority black. They did not rule in favor of minority black. But they told them to go back to go and solve our problem. And for all we finish solving a problem, the problem we solve is to remove Kofa as speaker to put Richard Nangbeku. So
thank
the
you.
issue, so Richard Nangbeku now is a speaker of that particular office. It is now for Kofa and another Kofa how do they go boss. It's for the speaker. So they had to, we can't get our speaker. You see the speaker must go where on the sidewalk. The office belong to speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man, Piggy. Thank you. We'll take just 2 more calls and just have our guest in. Good morning.
How you doing?
Yes, I'm doing fine.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
I am Joseph Primo. I join you from Central Town. You know, brother, let me appreciate my brother, Piggy family this morning. You know, the issue about the rule of law is for everybody. But if things go against you, your colleague that elect you to be a speaker, equal among all. If they come back and say, we don't want to work with you, what a big deal in that thing. You're not the first person. Former Speaker Snow, the people left Snow, they went all the way to Virginia, Bravo. And the court ruled in favor of him. What he said, let me present for the particular Liberian people not to hold the people hostage. It happened to Tyler. So what happened to the man? He's the only lawyer in this country, or the only smart person in this country. When you are not speaker, you need to leave the office and give way to the person that comes. And all of the other guys supposed to go and sit on the majority, they don't work together and be done with that thing. But to say you the only person, you the this and that, and quickly before I drop it down, the issue about alleged corruption is too much in the government. President Bakai must go beyond suspension. We say this thing. I supported his government through Senator Jean Barney from the MPP, but president should go beyond suspension. The LRRC case, the Ami Modal case, the MFA case, the Nuka case, and so on. Everything against suspension. We can't get anything from LSCC. We can't get anything from the GSC. We can't get anything from the court like prosecution. And people must be able to restitute the money that they stole or allegedly stole, or they should be sentenced in that 10 year, 15 year. We are not saying that. We heard this and we see it in Freetown. Matter bill money was restituted, but today.
Thank you. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Morning, Jasper.
Yeah, Oracle, go ahead quickly. 30 seconds, please.
So this is the Oracle. So that's why sometimes when we talk about the lawmakers being bunch of serious people think that we are a joker. But what happened yesterday is a serious misrepresentation of anybody. Because going to your friend's office, let's assume that the plan already decided that your Kofa should be out of the office. But I think that should be a more diplomatic way to do it. Few cars going there, their boss. That is proper. If that thing was done by a common man Saturday, a BK. But because it was done by a lawmaker, that's why people want to do it. So you have no right. You must do it in consultation with the court. There should be sheriffs there. There should be a rate on the court giving you the authority to boss somebody's office. Even in the horse bank, you can't just boss somebody's door, even if they didn't pay your rent. There should be something for the court. So I think you need to see the right way.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and to do appreciate all of you for the calls. We have to just switch to another segment of the program, the Blaze on Blaze 90.7, and coming shortly, we have our guests in studio, and they are from Chida. They will tell us what is Chida, and they are going to be introducing themselves shortly. So the Blaze Cash giveaway is on. All you have to do is to dial star 799 star 60 hash, star 799 star 60 hash. You stand a chance of winning 20,000 Liberian dollars this morning. So let me say good morning to our studio guests.
Good morning, Alice, and good morning to the listener. I'm Titus Tommy Johnson, and the CEO of Chida Construction Company of Africa.
Okay.
And my name is Magdalene Finasa, and I'm the brand ambassador of Chida.
I'd like to say welcome to Bliss FM. I think this is your first time entering this place, so this is where we are. You're most welcome. So beginning with the CEO, tell us exactly what is Chida.
Well, thank you, Alex. Chida Construction Company of Africa is a local construction company and 100% Liberian owned. And, Chida was founded on a mantra that to be able to make the local contractors known, to make the local contractor to earn what they work for, to make local contractors to be respected and recognized in our society. And that is the mantra on which the Chida Construction was funded. And with that, yeah, it's been working. So basically, that's where we are.
So since when this company was funded?
Yeah, Chida was funded officially 2022, and that was 2022. So we've been around for some time. So we're funded 2022.
So since the funding of this company, tell us some of the works you've done so far.
Yeah, so like I told you, Chida Construction, when we came into being 2022, we initially started with biodigester, the septic tank. Yeah, that's what we started with. So Liberia, and whenever starting a new institution, there are challenges, and many ranging from trust and the issue of connection. So when we started, we were focusing on biodigester like for the first 1 year. So as things went on, people start to trust the system, and we ourselves we thought it was that we need not to just focus on biodigester. We need to transition into a full scale, construction company. So as it is today, and we have been able to work for different, bigger institution, and an individual in Liberia. So we basically involved with building construction. So some of those work or areas that we have been working, um, we have worked for the Wild Liberia. We were successfully, able to transition Wild Liberia, their septic system. That was, yeah, we transitioned our septic system, and why it's not the only institution. We also work for the Sika Moto. We transition Sika Moto from the traditional, the traditional septic tank to the modern biodigester. And with that, we have been able to do different building construction. People who, some of them don't know us, some of them are in the diaspora. They contact us because we basically on social media contact us, and we do their work. We have done different presentation of buildings from start to finish.
Okay, so Madam Brand Ambassador, tell us why Chida is in studio today.
Thank you, Alex. Once again, I'm Magdalene Fenasa, and when I was contacted to serve as brand ambassador of this grassroots company, I was like, oh my god. And I was contemplating, I was thinking, because I like excellence. I believe in excellence. I believe in commitment and integrity. And not I'm not perfect, but we are all striving, right? So when they contacted me, and we went back and forth, we had round table, we talked a lot, and then I told them what I stand for. So we had a ceremony, and I was named brand ambassador. And during the ceremony, I told them, I said, I do not have money, but I got people who respect me a lot. They have so much respect for me. So if I'm the face of this company, meaning you excellence is going to be our hallmark. And from there, they all agreed. And today, with the little that we've done in the various counties, the feedback is overwhelming. Yeah, the feedback is overwhelming, and I'm getting proud, more proud every other time. I feel good, representing this company. For a young man like this to have this kind of vision, if you listen to him, if you already tell the story how it came about, and sometimes you want to share tears, but to tell you that young people, we need to stand up. We need to do something. We have to change the dynamics. Young people in Liberia, in quotation, we always sit back and allow the older people to go about doing things. And now he has his company, and and we work a lot, and we do a lot of work. And I I don't even know how, I'm finding the right choice of words how to put it, but the work what over the time, the period of time with these young people. He even got women on board. Yes, that go in a field that do the kind of construction. You see them constructing the biodigestor septic tank, and it's something that we Liberians we should we should support. In Liberia, we have the kind of mindset we don't trust our own. We don't trust our own. But I can tell you, Cheddar Construction Company, there are young technicians, very committed, hardworking, and we nothing else but excellence. And that's why we are here today to tell you the importance of Cheddar, the work that we've done in some counties. We want to go we want to hit Africa. That's what we say, Cheddar Construction Company of Africa, and
Yeah,
CEO.
correct.
Yeah, so we want to hit the whole of Africa, but we have to start in on GSA, yeah,
In
Vocal
Peaceville.
Mission,
Okay.
Peaceville.
Yeah. So since you people started, how many counties so far?
Well, we've worked in at least 5 counties, right? Yeah, we've
Yeah.
worked in at least 5 counties, and we. I mean, the last time when I check up on him, Tatas, where are you? CEO, where are you? I call him CEO. CEO, where are you? He say, I'm in Nima. In fact, I'm somewhere way up, and I'll call you back, Ambassador.
Wow.
So you see, we get calls from everywhere. Yeah, but you have to start small. You have to start from somewhere. Our goal is to reach the entire country. People call us from different areas, but you have to take your time, because if you don't, you can't do everything at once. Yeah, you can't do everything at once. So the team is still small, and we want more customers. So we want to start serving. We want to start to serve countries. I'm sorry, counties that are far to reach, and even countries in Africa.
Okay, so CEO, tell us what it takes to have such a company, especially from a young person who, I don't know, I don't want to talk about your backgrounds, but tell us exactly, yes, what it takes to for a young person to have this kind of company and having even people employed working with you as well.
Yeah, Alex. I will tell you first. All glory go to God, but then it's not easy. But you know what happened? There's a parable that says, if the thing that running behind you is not running, you that are running after you will not run. So your speed depends on what is after you. So that is my motivation. And where I came from, we're all from the challenging background. I think you know my story from the University of Liberia. And many days that we had to work to go, we come back, it's not easy. But the truth is, um to do what we're doing, it requires passion. That is first thing, and it means high level of commitment, because at first when we started, and we could not have people who tell them that, man, when the morning we give you this, because we were not certain of anything coming. Yeah, we were not certain, but through our commitment, now we can show people that, yes, at this time of the month you expect this, and obviously you get it. But the truth is a kind of challenging. Some of those challenges are, to get job, to get contract doing. Liberians are free. Liberians are skeptical because there are some bad guys that been there before. So because of the good one, and to get people trusting is difficult. But the truth about it, there are still Liberians that trust Liberians, on the construction fee. There are still good people that, in fact, we work for one of our clients whose name I'm not going to call. We only met online, we discussed, and he gave me invited me to PCC. Yeah, PCC. He gave me $800 US. So I was like, I issued him receipt, and we told him when we were going to do his work. So when I got to the office, I was still thinking that, is it that he having camera on me? Is he monitoring my movement? Someone who I have not seen before, he had not seen me, does he know So I called him and made a confession. I said, boss, to be frank, I was surprised that you would just see me, know me. You gave me your money. Yeah. He said, but Titus, I trust you. So I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they went successful. So there are Liberians that still believe that, Liberian can make the change we are aiming for.
Okay. So
Yeah.
tell us now, how many persons you have in your employ?
Yeah. Right now we have about 9 person that they are fully, and we have contractors, there are many on the field, because most of those things that we do, those are work that come, like, for example, the POP ceiling. Now we had specialists for that to do your POP ceiling. When you contact us
What is
or
that?
within POP ceiling, the POP ceiling is the new ceiling. It's a new design ceiling. That's the plaster of Paris. The ceiling that comes with different kind of design if you want. And I mean, it's very unique because there are different benefits of the POP ceiling. A fire resistant, that's number one. And it also helps to reduce heat. It makes your room, your house always cool. The temperature is always normal. It reduces heat. So with that, there are different contractors. We work with a lot of different contractors, that we call them when there is need. So when it comes to people that are looking up to us as that we said of part-time, yeah, part-time, we're talking about 9. And the thing is to maintain people is hard. Yeah, frankly, let me make that confession. Yeah, it's really hard, but it's working.
Okay, so let's go to the brand ambassador. This is something you are now in competition with other companies. So, as an ambassador, what are you doing now in order for Chida to survive among those companies, especially in Liberia? And what assurance can you give to Liberians in believing this company as a Liberian-owned company?
Yes, you put it right. We're not in competition with anybody. We're only trying to buttress the efforts of these or those companies that already been in existence. So, I in my introductory statement, I said I believe in excellence, and for the past time, the work that I have seen them doing, because I monitor all of the workings on a daily basis, and I get feedback as well from the places that they work. So what we are going to do different is to continue to improve on our services. Yes, because our customers are you know our priority. We Yeah, our customers are our priority. Yeah, their satisfaction should be our priority. So whenever we are open to recommendations, when we work, we always leave it open for recommendations. Feedback, it helps us a lot, and that's how we've been growing and we're making difference. Because sometimes in a country, customer service is something that people complain about. But when you get feedback from your customers, you have to take a break and improve on it. So feedback is also good, and it is making us stronger. Yeah.
Okay, so if I just joining us, you are listening to executives from the Chida Construction component of Africa, and we have the brand ambassador Madali Sai and all of the CEO Titus. And they both are in studio now speaking with us, and they are here to showcase their uh, company to tell us exactly what they stand for. So, in terms of contracts, that's getting contracts, because sometimes you'll see that even if government will have to award contracts to foreign companies, and you'll see that they will be leaving even the Liberian owned company who which is capable of doing even the work that the foreign companies would do. That's why I talk about competition. So, in terms of getting contracts, what are the challenges you go through?
Yeah, Alex. Oh, so the truth about it, that was one of those things that we discussed before we enter, 2025. At first, we were not at the status that we could, vie for government project to bid for project. So as we speak to you now, we have gotten all of our permit. Yeah. Institution that maybe the next time that we appear in the studio, we'll be able to discuss government project that Chida is allowed implementing, or that is being implemented by Chida. So that those are things that we're working on.
So, what can you now tell us or tell the public the difference between the biodigester and that of the traditional septic tank? Because most people now, they are more of like going for the biodigester instead of just the ordinary.
That traditional septic tank, that golo golo, that before even the CEO can come in, that thing is, it's golo golo. Yeah, the name.
Gulu,
It's
gulu.
so big, 6 feet in the ground, and it's not eco friendly.
Okay.
Yes, it's not eco friendly, and in the shortest time, it starts to depreciate, and out of a sudden, the whole place start to smell. And the septic, but this biodigester, it's just 3 feet in the ground. It's eco friendly, just small. It takes small space. Other than that, golo golo. Why don't know why people carry
But
that?
how does it work? Because most people let to
So
get idea.
yeah, how
Yeah.
does it work? That was the first thing I learned. And in fact, I'm an engineer. I'm a biodigester engineer, so I understand it well. And the first thing that I want to say is that right now there are different corrections that we are made on the fee, because there are different schools, some political school, vocational institution. I say, oh my man, we can do about that just 2 months, 3 months, or 1 month. They go, they say about that just technician, you go on the fee. So there are different damages that they are caused, we corrected. So I want to say that first. Now, how does it work? The biodigester septic tank is the standard size is 3 feet by 5 feet, and it does not go deep. So it is a system build. That system is built in a way that the fluid or the water is separated from the waste, and we use what we call the um um the treated fiber is treated with chemical, and that gave it the resistance to degrade the waste. So what happened, for example, if this were a bathroom, Peter goes and use the bathroom, we expect that the waste will go and rest on the fiber, which is the bed. So in 45 minutes to 1 hour, we expect that the microorganisms will play with that waste and melt. So when another person uses the same bathroom, that water that coming will help wash off what is already there. You see, so as a result, and the bio tank is expected to always be empty, because when it's being washed off, the water goes to where water is supposed to be. And so the only thing that remain in there are the pepper seeds, the bitter ball seeds, because those are things that cannot
Hmm.
degrade. So with that,
I say,
the structure
when you eat
that
your
we
breakfast in
build,
the morning, I beg you.
yeah. The system that we built is a concrete structure, and the structure itself has the lifespan of up to 35, 40 years. The structure, yeah. So what happened, the septic, the chemical we use, it have a lifespan of 6 to 7 years. The chemical, yeah. So when we use that chemical, after that 6 to 7 years, when you start to experience odor, all you do, you call a technician, come replace the chemical. Your tank is still solid, you can use it. And for the precast lab, if you're moving from here, you want to carry your septic tank, you call us.
Okay.
We can take it from in the ground, pull it together,
You see
go
that?
to your new house, install it, get going.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
that's
that's
how it
good.
is.
That's good. So if you want to be part of this, if you have any concerns or questions, you call us on 0777 You'll be live this morning. Let's take out.
So Alex,
Yes.
before we go to the last arrow, I did do my little job. Our services, I know he talked about it, but I just want to go through it before they call us.
I think, let me just take the first one.
Yeah.
Person already on the line. Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning. Yeah, I think yes.
Okay, so our services are residential and commercial construction, renovations and remodeling, project management, construction services, biodigester septic installation and maintenance, like he said, electrical wiring, plumbing, and solar panel installation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is there. So good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, you are live on the radio. Go ahead.
This is Brother Labra.
You miss it. This is Bliss FM anyway. Call us on 0777907907, 0777907907. You'll be live on the radio. This is Bliss 90.7. I think some people can just be listening to the radio, even though the frequency.
Yeah, so let me come in short there. Yeah, Alex, so there is one thing that I want to say out there. Back 2016, I have some challenging, time of my life.
Okay.
And until, I realized that I needed to go and do vocational, to obtain some vocational skill. So 2019, 2018, 2019, I dropped from UL, because at first when I graduated from high school, my thought was, go to college, get degree, and start working. But then it didn't go the way I thought until, I went to vocational school, graduated, and then I start to see a different picture of how college education is. And some of the challenges, while we appreciate college education, but some of the challenges, especially for self-supporters, and you need to go to school, especially me, I was in Fender. But then it was tuition free. But tuition free, you need money to go, you need money to eat, you need money to come by, you need money to buy pamphlet. So I had to drop because I couldn't afford it, though it was tuition free. So until I went to vocational school and I graduated, later on, I came to myself that, but Titus, you can be a CEO. All those years, the 2 years that I spent in college at the time, I never had a slightest thought that I could ever be a CEO until I went to vocational, school. Okay. I start to, move. And, as we speak to you now, I have control over my time. As I speak to you through the vocational education, now people call me CEO and I work as a CEO. I move as a CEO.
And he pays like a CEO.
Yeah. So I actually want to talk to some of the young men out there. Liberia right now will never be, the Liberia yesterday. And things will continue to go the way it's going because things are changing, life are changing. It is important that you think about what skill you can go and learn quickly that can also help to back you or while you go into your college or wherever you want to go. And that is my own story. I really not want to go in details about my story, but I think it's important because Liberia, the thing I went through, I know there are a lot of different people that are going through it right now. It's important that go and do vocational, skill. Go and learn it. Start to do something and start the Brabi start my day. Brabi start my day. It will not help because at the end of the day, politicians will always use us and we will regret. We will continue to regret. So that is just my own, advice to some of our young people.
Okay, so call us on 0777907907, 0777907907, if you have any concern that you want to raise, if you have any questions that you want to ask, you can call us on the number 0777907907. The man said he was tired of eating roasted cassava for 2 years. So you told your wives to go back to do digester so that you'll be able to get rid of the beta bosses. Yeah, so yeah. So if you have any concerns, if you have any other thing you want to say, call us on 07779079070 07779079070. While we await your calls, I want to ask us to in terms of this particular construction you dealing with some materials. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know the cost of that bar that just you want to build in the swamp. You got a house in the swamp, you want to build it. How much it cost?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You have to answer that. Yeah, so you want to answer that before you go to the question?
Yeah. So the biodigester septic, we will first tell you that we can build it anywhere. So the first thing before we do,
Even in the swamp.
Even in the swamp, yeah, we can do it. So the first thing we will tell you that we have to conduct an assessment. Assessment means is free. You need to pay a dime. We come and do the assessment. If there is any advice that we need to give you, we give you the advice, and then we can do your work. So as to how much it costs, for the labor, the material, and all of the chemical, we charge you $450. So you pay your $450, sit down, you rest, and yeah, no need to worry. And every work that we do, including the biodigester septic installation, we give you 1 year warranty. And that is one thing you can hear from Liberian contractors. We gave you warranty on every piece of job we do for you, because we want your money to be secure. We want you to be certified. So in that period, whether that roofing work we did for you, if you start to experience any leakage in our 1 year, that's our problem. Just call us. We come there, we solve it, and in solving it, it's free. You need to pay us. We believe it is our responsibility as a responsible institution, to do it. Yeah, so that's how it is. And you asked me earlier on the materials that we are using. Alex, years back, when I was not, fully involved with construction, that was like 2018, 2019, 2020. But yet I have, project, my feminist project that we're monitoring. Some of those materials specifically are steel, the steel rod. At the time, steel rod, the 10 millimeter, sometimes we used to buy a 10 millimeter for $5 per then. Yeah. And at the time, it used to be guaranteed. Yeah, until later on we realized that there have been concession agreements signed by I think Alo Seti or one other institution that steel is being produced here. But the myth about it, since we learned that there have been an agreement that steel be produced here instead of being imported, I realized that the durability of those material have reduced. In fact, steel nail, we know that steel nail, and every other person knows steel nail is supposed to break, not bend. But this day, the steel nail that we have on the market can bend. Yeah, the steel nail can bend. In fact, the zinc nail that we're using, some of it, I mean, it just bad. It looks funny that the zinc nail you're using on the zinc, the nail can even get corroded before the zinc. You see? Wow. So there are different challenges, and I believe strongly that there have been substandard materials being produced. That's what I observe.
So how does that affect the work that you do?
Yeah, so what it creates a lot of problem, especially for some of us that decide to come, to the discourse with different idea, giving you 1 year warranty. So is actually will affect and is affecting us as institution and even our client. Because if you tell the client, yeah, I'm using 10 millimeter or 12 millimeter steel, and you use for sure you use the steel, but then the building is not expected to crack, and it start to crack, that's a problem. And obviously, the engineer will be blamed, and in fact, the company will be held on board. And so those are problems that
Yeah, but thank God we've not encountered that kind of
no, not yet,
yeah,
not yet.
not yet. But what can actually help, because if you are doing construction, if you start to use bricks, maybe if you got 1,000 that you have to use, and you start to use like 5, 6, 7, 10, you actually know that they're not durable, they're not guaranteed. So, and we promise our clients, our customers, you know affordable, guaranteed services. So when we notice that, we just put stop to it, because we don't continue with that kind of materials, or else it will cause damage in the future. So, but let's just be frank. What he's saying is true. There, even when it comes to the electricity, the reason why some how you call it, sometimes we have fire issues around because of substandard
The wires.
wires. So that's what happening now, and is affecting. So our people need to know which kind of materials they bring in for in the country, because before it affect us as a people. But for now, we've not encountered that kind of stuff yet, because we got sensitive, and very smart technicians that the last time, I mean, I was informed, they said they were using certain material, and all of a sudden it started to misbehave, and quickly they change it, they stop it, and they reported to the owner. So I mean, these are things that a lot of people will not come up to say. They will only want to do it because of the money. But we, as a company that stand for, our company stands for integrity, for excellence, and we want to provide guaranteed services. And so we tell our clients, we tell our customer these things, because maybe if you don't deal with us, you go somewhere else, you will encounter the same problem. But we have to tell you, we love you, and that's why we have to expose this to you.
So, okay, anyway, call us on 07790790707907907. Give your concerns. If you have any question, you can ask. So, I want to know whether you have also experienced someone doing work for somebody, and the person of a particular maybe company did not do well, whether you have been contacted to fix that, whether you can do that too as well.
Yeah, so Alex, that is one thing that we actually funded this company, because we realized that different clients out there have been victimized simply because some choose to go to an individual to do work for them. And sometimes, with no disrespect, some of those contractors, we agree they can do the work, but the problem sometimes is the matter of trust.
Mhm.
You go to an individual and the man charge you, oh yeah, give me 300, give me 200, give me the one. Say, okay, yeah, give my money, I'll do your work. Then when the client pay you to come now, the client had to be running behind you. There are different instances, even on the aspect of the bowel digester. There are cases that people are made error, and we have to go there and do the correction. Yeah. So the truth is, it's always important to trust the company than individual, because trusting an individual, the man horse, they playing living, he renting our place, the man can leave anytime, and in fact, our man can escape anytime. But for company, when we're doing our work, in fact, per contract, every contract we go into a written contract, we tell you this, that even the warranty that is in the contract, we can tell you, we all can sign it. We tell you that the work we're doing, their work cost of 5,000. So maybe you will pay the company or 2,000 from the beginning. When your work finish, you give our payment. You sign it, we sign it, accept it, and we go into it. So the truth is, there are different challenges out there. We are experiencing people being paid and they run away from the job. We experience people being paid. In fact, they spoil a job, we had to go there and do correction. You see, so it's always important to make use of the company than the individual.
So just to add to my CEO, that's one of our services that we render.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been highlighted here on our flyer. Yes, we have it here. It's renovations and remodeling.
Yeah.
So where I currently stay, somebody went and mess up the house, and they had to bring in another engineer, and the person went and re I mean
Condition the
model
boutique.
the house.
Yeah.
And when that was not my problem. Because I'm renting there, so it's not my problem. But they told me that how you were looking. I said, okay, thank God that not how you're looking again. Yeah, so I mean, there are so many people, I know all,
Okay.
and with my food chest, but we are here to serve you, and we love you. That's why we are here, and we believe in excellence.
Okay, so we don't have much time. So the first thing before you give your party comment, where is the office located, and how can someone direct or be located?
Yeah, Chida is located at Voca Mission, where you have Confidence Builder campus. We are right in Confidence Builder fence, and Voca Mission is in Pingsfield. So from Dupo Road Junction, you pass by the Methodist Church. The road are right after the Methodist
Going to the
Church.
cemetery.
Going to the
And
cemetery,
the
the
symmetry,
Howard
when you see the
Cemetery.
symmetry now, that the one I want to say, Mama issue.
And the gray
I
eye.
saw you see the gray eye. Everybody would know. I saw you stay to the gray eye there. You look straight.
Straight
The
down.
gate, the gate is just the rare gate. Isn't that rare?
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right,
rare
right.
gate is just right there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, we have to close and conclude.
All right, thank you.
Okay, let's start with the ambassador first.
Oh, okay. So okay, so it was actually I feel at home, and I mean I'm behind the microphone every time I work with Truth FM, and I'm so excited to be here. I don't feel like a stranger. That's why I'm acting even like the host, which I don't like for people to do to me. But thanks to all of our listeners, they got silent listeners. They are just there.
Sure.
They can call. They will take all of the numbers. It will announce our numbers, our Facebook account, and everything. And we like I said, I believe so much in this young man. I respect him a lot. He's a family man, and he loves what the kind of work that he continues to do. The passion, yeah, the passion, and that's why got me that I'm still with them. So Covenant Builder, like you said, when you get to the gray area, you just look straight. The gate is right there. Covenant Builders campus, and we have our email address is Cheddar Construction 2023 at gmail.com. Even on Facebook is Cheddar Construction Company of Africa Incorporated. On Facebook, Cheddar is CHEDA. Yes, and also our numbers are 0776 Our numbers are 0776 or 080984 569. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex. So I want to say thank you to the Blaze family. We appreciate this. I want to say thanks to our listeners as well. So I want to say thanks to the Liberian people. This is time that we all think Liberia, like the mantra of our president. We love Liberia, we build Liberia. And if you support Chida by giving Chida a contract, it is Liberia that are going to eat that money. Then trusting foreign people to do your work. So we can do all the different things. The POP ceiling, we can do the window design, the one they call it Nigerian or design, we can do it. I mean, different construction area that we are involved. So we appreciate you supporting us and trust us. You will have no reason to regret when you trust Chida. And lastly, Chida is also open up to partnership. We will appreciate. We are open up to partnership, and it is Liberia thing. We will appreciate whoever that can come out to partner with us, as we are open anytime, every time, and every day. We will be willing. So I want to say thank you, and thank you for this opportunity. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so the executives from the Cheetah Construction Company in